Cek cek cek. Oke. Halo Masku. Kita live stream lagi ya. Tatatang. We are waiting. Cek 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 cek. Oke. Oke. Subscribernya agak turun ya. Sudahlah, nggak apa-apa. Stay 500 ya, oke lah. Ya nggak oke juga sebenarnya sih stay di 500 itu. Sudah. Oke. Salah. Kok agak nge-lag ya? Kenapa kok agak nge-lag? Bahaya ini. Kenapa kok agak nge-lag? Bahaya ini. Oke, good. Oke Masku, mari kita lanjutkan lagi gamenya ya. Sebelum itu, seperti biasa kita jadi quest harian dulu. Sebelum kita sedikit nge-farming kali ya, baru lanjut lagi questnya. Juga mungkin belum banyak nih tempat tele yang apa gue buka. Belum banyak sih. Oh, 7 days. Oh, kita nge-push itu aja apa namanya? Spiral habis dulu deh. Takutnya lupa spiral habis. Takutnya lupa spiral habis. Oke. Kita cepet aja lah ya. Apa sih di gue yang agak kurang? Koin kah? Koin aman. Apa ya berarti yang kurang ya? Oh iya lan ya. Babang. Acrut. Nah, malah besok ya. Di farming duit lagi aja deh. Kalau kita farming duit lagi aja sebentar. Kita farming duit dulu. Kita farming aja, farming duit dulu, farming duit. sepi kah? Sepi. Kayaknya sudah mulai banyak yang pada ngamen main Genshin Impact ya. Enggak, gue yakin masih banyak sih. Apa ini? Teng 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 teng. Complete the trial challenge. Hah? Status loss Otuchi. Apa sih yang buatnya gue gak ngerti. Otuchi apa Otuchi? Jalan berenang. Tentang main di grafis yang bagus emang enaknya. Wah, beku. Bisa kayak gitu.
Shine down. Busted. Here comes the catch.
Here you are.
Oke. Teng. Tapi kok agak nge-lag ya? Kok agak nge-lag gawat ini. Teng.
Process of elimination.
I see everything. Illusion shattered. Take it easy. Hey.
Disuruh lompat gile. Keterlaluan sih itu. Disuruh lompat. Satu lagi. Wah, kalau salah ini konten, gue takutnya lupa main Azuma lagi. Di UWJ juga gue udah jarang keliling-keliling. Keyboard gue udah mulai tembel nih. Itu. Halo Bung Shiro, halo. Thank you mampir MASKU. Thank you mampir seperti biasa. Thank you. Mana kabarnya Bung? Ya, gue kemana-mana ini arahnya. Nge-track dong, buset gak di track gitu. Iya. On Gestarel udah gacha ini belum Bung? Apa namanya? Dan hang. Apa? Untuk on Gestarel. Udah gacha untuk dan hang belum? Gue tadi iseng gacha untuk dan hang. Iseng aja sih. Gak berharap apa-apa. Ya, gue gak dapet. Baru gacha 50. Gue baru gacha 50 kali doang sih.
Add Astra
belum banyak lah.
Welcome to Thank you for
Gue baru gacha 50. Belum banyak lah
Add Astra.
begitunya. Apa namanya? Skip bang, Jingliu nomor 1. Wih, mantap, sama-sama. Gue juga ngincer Jingliu. Tapi seenggaknya gue udah naro 50 dulu lah. 50 gacha. Ya mungkin baru bisa dapetin Jingliu lah. Kan dapat itu lagi nih, apa nih? Dapat gratis nih. Apa namanya nih? Kartu. Apa tuh namanya? Kartu. Itu gratisnya apa buat gacha gratis nih? 10 seminggu kan lumayan ngitung-ngitung. Sama paling ngerjain apa? Ada quest lagi lah sama event-event baru yang bisa dikerjakan. Lumayan lah, lumayan. Oke. Sekarang kita spiral habis dulu deh. Spiral habis. Yang Leo berikutnya enak nih. Apa? 39 hari lagi. Berarti di apa? Berarti Jingliu di September. Oktober berarti ya. Berarti Jingliu di Oktober. Ya, masih bisa lah, masih lama. Nyantai. Apa nunggu buatin apa ngincer perimu masih ada waktu lah. Dan rokor. Oh, same. Dendro. Gue dulu komposisi timnya kayak gimana, gue lupa deh. Lupa gue komposisi tim kayak gimana. Sama itu ya. Everybody stand back. Semoga PS2 lah biar ada tabungan tambahan. Amin. Gue juga harus bisa apa namanya? Bisa di fase kedua itunya. Kalau di fase ke-1 sih sengsara juga sih. Itunya apa namanya tuh Jingliu-nya. Agak capek sih. Tapi semoga sih fase kedua sih. Tapi nanti bareng sama Jingliu berarti siapa berarti ya? Apa yang rambut itu ya, rambut silver yang ada aksen merahnya itu kali ya? Yang apa ada di Lightcon itu apa? Lightcon yang buat distraction.
Everyone hold hands. Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Into the wind.
Ya kita
One
lihat aja
with
ntar
wind
lah.
and cloud.
Masih lumayan lama lah. Bisa nyantai lah.
Emerge. Right here. Ha!
Clouds high. The birds call.
I see everything.
Oke. Jingliu kan sudah dikonfirm tuh kalau elemennya S ya. Oke, menarik.
That's close enough.
There is no escape. Stay put. Ready, go! Game's up. Time's over. Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Red off sekarang gue takut kalah. Sama gue juga lah, gue juga red off. Tapi ya bisa lah, yakin bisa sih. Yakin bisa lah untuk itunya.
You play. You're up.
Come on, you coward.
Yakin bisa lah untuk dapetnya lah. Gue juga red off.
Gotcha. There is no escape.
Flicker. Scatter.
Take it easy. Busted.
Red off. Lagi red off. Asik nih. Asik. Kok red off kok asik. Chamber.
Time to go.
Everybody stand back! Emerge. Right here. Right now. Nothing lasts forever. Hey! Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
One with nature.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Di apa nih, kayak di Yon Starl itu masih belum ada karakter yang kayak tipe Archon gitu sih ya, soalnya karena banyak di itunya ya.
The wind
Tapi nggak
moves.
apa-apa sih, biar kayak nggak itu banget sih jadinya soalnya.
Fallen leaves adorn my night.
I see everything! Emerge. Right now.
Oke.
Things are about to get dicey. Quiet. Don't get into your way! Inazuma shines eternal!
Hah?
Illusion shattered! Don't be scared!
The process of
Ajar.
elimination.
Now you shall perish!
Nyari hydro yang nyari dendro yang agak bagusan kali ya. Kira nanti di Fonten ada nggak ya yang dendro?
Take! Right here. Emerge. Everybody stand back! Huh? Everyone hold hands! Right now. Emerge. Right now. I'm always watching.
Sakit bener rapetnya. Dendro.
You are not welcome here.
Busted.
Oke. Lanjut guys. Masih standar. Oke. Mana Bennett? Ini dia. Gue lupa mana gue naruh Bennett. Malah nggak tahu di mana lokasi Bennett yang asli. Di mana lokasi pastinya? Kalau ada healer asli juga kayaknya ya. Gue pakai yao karena butuh healer.
I see everything. Right here. Emerge. Right foot and miss.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Hey! Emerge. Right now. Right here. Teamwork is dreamwork. Everyone hold hands.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Everybody stand back. Hey.
Kayaknya hari ini emang lagi sepi kayaknya ya. Gak apa-apa.
Shine down.
Quicker. Scatter.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. to oblivion.
Gabungin dengan ada elemen air jadi enak lootingnya. Raiden Shogun.
Everyone okay?
Let me try my best.
Right now, right here. Emerge.
Falling leaves adorn my...
I see everything. I'm going in. Nothing left.
Mati, udah selesai. Kalau baru mau jurus.
Stay put. Illusion shot.
Busted.
Game's up.
Fun's over. Here you are.
The process of elimination.
Selesai. Cepet ya, kalau ada jalan enak bener. Kalau udah jalan enak cepet. Ada juga bantuan itu sih, apa Dendro.
Right here. Right now. Right here.
The wind knows
Dulu sini.
I'm getting. Let's light it up.
Clouds high.
Multi dulu sana gue.
I see everything. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Oke, cepet. Waktu tadi gue salah dikit karena gue agak telat ngurusnya. Salah.
You play in up.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
There is no escape.
Yo, buat gue mau
Inazuma shines eternal. Over here. Over here.
ya ada tele-tele aja ya.
Busted.
Here you are.
You really know how to get me illusion shattered.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Hey, go away.
Shit, royokan gue mainnya. Ruin ya. Oke. Cryo, Pyro, Hydro Helicer. Ini gue yang agak berat kayaknya namanya nih. Oke, let's go. Tadi loh, gue dengan pakai komposisi tim seperti apa berarti ya dengan ya, yang seenggaknya gue mesti dapat area gitu loh. Biar harus ada healer. Masa cuma itu doang gue pikirin. Bennett dan Xiangling. Jangan, siapa enakan ya? Asal ada air seenggaknya ya. Tardagle ya kayaknya sih ready. Ini yang ada healer. Gue bingung sekarang. Tetap pakai settingan seperti biasa kayaknya. Oke, mau tadi si itu. Ini lalu ini elektro. Kita tuh pakai itu. Oke, karena gue butuh healer.
One with nature, as one with wind and cloud.
Emerge. Right here. I'm going in.
You can run, but you can't hide. I'll
Iya.
Adventure time.
The wind knows me.
Right now.
Riptide.
Everybody stand back!
Into the wind.
Parang agak apa sih bonusnya ini?
Adorn my night.
Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
One with nature.
I'm always watching.
No touch.
Yatta! I'm going in!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Right now.
There's a big damage.
The wind knows me.
Apa gue ajarnya?
It's my lucky day.
Go get him, you! Shine down! Gotcha.
No more.
Here comes the catch.
The process of elimination.
You blame! There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Things are about to get dicey.
Terus
Don't be scared!
Here you are.
Shine down!
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
Torn to oblivion! Touch.
wah, mati.
Busted.
Flicker.
Ah, kok lift? Goblok, retry. Ya, salah gue retry. Jangan lift. Salah. Indonesia gue mati. Salah gue. Indonesia gue biarin mati. Salah.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds come.
Emerge. Right here. Right now. Let's light it up! Everybody stick!
Didn't let your guard down.
Emerge. Right here. Emerge. Why do they never miss? Teamwork is dreamwork.
As one with wind and cloud.
Right here. Right now. Emerge. Nothing
Aduh,
lasts forever.
makin berat ini dapatnya.
One with nature. No time to lose. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Right now. Right here.
The wind knows me.
Saya sebagai normal tag. Aduh, ini gue yang lebih lama lagi tolong.
It's my lucky day.
There is no escape.
Gotcha.
You can't hide. Say no more. Defract.
Shine down.
Finally, perfect distance.
Stay put.
Here comes the catch.
There is no escape.
The fairy. Finally, the fairy.
Don't be scared.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Hey, go!
Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
Scatter.
Stay put!
No.
Gotcha.
Flicker.
Lama banget matinya. Shit dah. Lama banget matinya, kacrut. Let's put it on deh.
Emerge, right now. Right here.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Emerge, right now. Right here.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves adorn my night. Riptide.
Emerge, right now. Right here.
Wind strike.
Emerge.
As one with wind and cloud.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Right here, right now. I'm always watching.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Emerge, right here, right now. Everybody stand back.
Buset dah. Lumayan.
Don't be scared.
Game's up. Fun's over. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Stay put. Go get you.
Flicker. Process of elimination.
Torn to oblivion. Shine down. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Now you shall perish.
Oke. Gila tryhard banget nih. Ini tryhard banget. Aduh. Nah ini aja. Cooldown. Oh yang ini ya. Sembilan. Oh. Hey.
One with nature.
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Clouds high.
Let's go.
The birds up.
Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
Wah, ternyata pasti jauh dulu bodol.
Right now.
Jauh dulu.
Emerge.
Jangan
Right now.
buru-buru. Aduh.
Into the wind.
That hurts.
Benet. Wow, shit.
As one with wind and cloud.
The wind knows me.
Right here. Emerge. Nothing lasts forever. I'm going
Aduh, udah begini pernah aja lah.
Yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Lipetin aja. Gak usah pakai infernal gitu lah. Sampah.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your
Illusion shot.
sacrifice is ready.
Busted.
Nyantai dong.
These are about to get dicey.
Waduh, udah bener-bener.
There is no escape.
Thank you Allah hitam. Dong ya mam.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Dapat shield, thank you.
You are not welcome here.
Dance with me. Quietly now. The show's only just begun. You play. You're up.
Come on. Kita lagi masuk.
Silver.
Kita akan meratakan mereka.
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish. Shine down.
Here you are.
Wow.
A process of elimination.
Stay put. Busted.
Gila. Keruntung. Gile. Ini yang kambing bener ini yang ngehil-ngehil terus ya. Waduh, ini yang berat nih masalahnya. Oh, ini yang berat ini. Gile. Coba tes kalau tau enggak ya. Ini gua nggak tahu nih. Masalah ini kan lawannya itu yang habis. Oh, yang rockhound ya. Set ini gue misalnya nggak ngerti nih cara itunya anjir. Masih pusing gue itunya. Emang harus pakai shield itunya. Pusing. Masih belum yang baru ya. Apa jelek-jelek. Ada yang bagus. Lumayan. Punya primo sebanyak dikit sih. Terima 10, 8. Ya, main lah. Ya, gitu itu lumayan lah. Oke. Kita lanjut lagi study Sumeru aja deh. Kita lanjut aja cerita di Sumeru. Benar deh arahnya. Nggak salah. Oke.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Aranias might have been the last one.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
That's
Kind
kinda
of
spooky.
Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache.
For sure.
Vache.
Kenny. Bukan. Itu temen gua.
Why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in hear a voice. It's
Vache.
calling for Vache, right? Hey, traveler,
Vache.
stop walking. Come on, wake up.
Vache. Ya, Vache. Vache nih.
Vache, are you my dear Vache?
Vache.
No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
I'm afraid not.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know.
Oceanit.
My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
Human.
Yes, that is what I was once. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Vache. Bentar, Masku. Sedikit checking kali bentar ya. Malam kayaknya emang agak sepi kali istilahnya gitu kontennya. Like blue water.
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how
Vache.
dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally as much.
Equally as
Now.
much.
We can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be. No,
No.
our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor.
Sucker.
So let it lie
Gila,
forgotten
sucker.
beneath the
Gede
waters.
banget bahasanya, sucker.
If you meet Vache,
If
tell
you
him
meet
not to
Vache.
look for me.
Vache atau
Tell him
Vache
to
sih
move
nyebutnya bener.
on. That is the only thing I still remember. Perhaps that is
Vache.
so. As I was submerged in the waters,
I was submerged.
Losing
Gila,
consciousness.
bahasanya itu loh, ngeri.
I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed,
Suffer.
I had felt a great warmth. Is that what you call it?
Dissolving.
Dissolving. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace,
Peace.
like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety. I think I hear your companion.
Companion.
It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence.
Vache.
Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Sorrow.
Wake up! Come on, hurry!
Duh, kok langsung diserang? Mafia. Peperangan. Go Great Sword ya.
Demoiselle, look out!
Waktunya berperang.
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
Oh,
Chlorand?
chlorine. Oh. Iron Sting.
Quick, now's our chance!
Iron Sting kali. Asik, keren juga. Asik. Pakai pistol, keren-keren. Wah, asik. Tarta geli ya? Saya nggak ada. Pendekar ya? Keren-keren. Cantik. Wah, cantik cu. Gila, ngeri.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety,
Mr.
and I
Callus.
will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father.
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Chlorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Chlorine.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with a Maison
you will be
Gardiennage
chess.
could control them.
Gila.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law.
Ooh.
I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Chlorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Nona cantik. Berwarna ungu dan biru.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Mademoiselle, I believe that Miss Chlorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a
A
little.
little.
I know, she's...
What just happened?
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us!
And the gang.
Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Chlorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, as such, we're still partners.
Still
There's
partner.
no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me,
Magnanimity.
I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill.
All right, you two.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? contributed somehow? Cool, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake. After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors, so how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
Fanta.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace, and that's when I figured out that you might be in danger.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Lydia.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too. But it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater thing? Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
Hydro.
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? Wild...
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that is...
important.
Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the... But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been... threatened? Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you'll help us?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal did... And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Stronghold 800 meter. Spina di Rosula. Wah, cuma buat tele-tele kayaknya enak ini. Let's go. Sekarang kita buka teleport lah, lumayan. Elemental reaction. Mungkin emang gue harus nge-spend waktu untuk menjelajahi Fontaine. Masalah waktu gue tipis sekarang ini. Gak banyak kayak dulu. Waktu gue mungkin cuma ibaratkan itu cuma ada di malam hari. Nah, nanti gue di lapangan ya. Gonna be epic. Oke.
Add Astra.
Catherine. Yup. Smart. Caron. People.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Kucing. Ada kucing.
Take it easy.
Spina di Rosula ya. Gobelus bean, almond, fermented juice. Oke. Bawang, fonta, freshman, mushroom, main ada mushroom, beli. Fermented juice, pasti ada jadi bahan buat nanti. Bagus nyari bahan makanan lagi deket sini ya. Spina di Rosula. Salah.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Very good.
Napia.
But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's
Mungkin Navia
continue,
ini
traveler.
jadi kayak apa namanya, kayak awal-awalnya kayak ini apa namanya, kayak si ini apa, Ayaka kayaknya deh ini. Mungkin dibikin style ceritanya. Menarik sih. Oh. Oke, nyampe di padang pasir. Nyampe di apa nih? Di bawah tanah, gila.
Take it easy.
Wow. Cool. Nice.
Take it easy.
That's awesome. Wow, nice place. Legal advisor.
You want to outrun the law. You need to know how it works.
So, this is your base?
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can...
Well, after all, we don't allow illegal or unethical...
Seems like it's tough times for everyone.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge.
Your father, he was the prefect.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to...
No, I'll explain it myself. My father's name is Callus.
Callus.
Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial, but strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel. 3 years later, how could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death.
Papa.
Demoiselle, please.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master Callus did so much. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man,
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf. But they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... Never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have...
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel
Chlorine.
was Ms. Clorand.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him? Yeah, that's not the sort of...
Ms. Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but there was only ever one choice.
It's not that I don't understand her at all.
Don't worry, Navia.
Afterward, Ms. Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will...
Soundly. Okay, interesting. That's interesting indeed. Oh. Oke, before istirahat untuk keliling dulu, mungkin ada sesuatu yang menarik. Mana mungkin bisa nyari bahan makanan. Tender. No. Kita bisa nyari bahan makanan ya. Set lagunya. Kayak ini apa beatnya kayak apa namanya? Unik beatnya. Jazzy. Okay. A bit jazzy but good. I must say. Jazzy. Apa sih beatnya? London beat kayak beat London gitu. Duck Confit. Okay. Samarwa. Masalah. Come and get it. Unagi Chazuke. Ini itu enak sih, gue penasaran gimana rasanya. Teh dengan itu. Oh, lasanya. Ada pernah that? Ada lasanya ya, gue lupa. It's gonna be fun. Habis. Spina di Rosula ya. Spina di Rosula. Seli. Rest in your room. Okay.
Paimons, huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back, but never mind that.
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence.
Output
It
input
doesn't
ya.
seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope.
Dua.
One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette, a place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's
Chief
the
of Justice.
hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you coming along?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Honorable Chief Justice. Honorable Chief Justice.
The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Gila.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters. Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit.
No. What I meant to say is...
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Not even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Ah, thanks so much.
Chief of Justice. Come in.
Please come in.
Gila ruangannya ngeri.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Neuvillette.
You feel it?
We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Asik.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to?
Whoosh.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should. It's just like last
Dead
time.
glare.
After my father took his place in the duelist ring,
Dead glare.
I pushed through the guards to
Let's
talk
go.
to you
Over the-
as a last resort.
Dead glare.
You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
Stay cool.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows
Kok
full
sedih ya?
well the apathy
Dengar
of
ceritanya
the
kok gue
Chief
sedih ya?
Justice. My apologies
sedih,
for
sedih.
taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Kok sedih ya? Amsyong. Sedih-sedih, ceritanya sedih. Dapat. Bung, jangan gitu, Bung. Coba dapat ceritanya, dapat. Ini sedihnya dapat. Dialognya dapat gitu loh. Dialognya dapat. Jujur dialognya dapat, Bung. Dialognya dapat.
Navia, are you okay?
Ya nge-lag, Ansyong.
I'm
Iya, nge-lag. Wah, pas lagi Genshin hujan lagi. Jadi berat ya?
Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
Rain.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh?
Mau speedrun kah Anda?
Really?
Enggak juga sih. Mungkin lebih tepatnya nikmatin aja. Mungkin ya maksudnya cepatnya gue bisa nikmatin ceritanya selesai sudah sih. Ya speedrun aja enggak juga sih. Tapi gue target hari Sabtu selesai sih story. Tapi let's see aja.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Nice buddy.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later? All right, then I'll wait for you at Poisson.
Poisson. Basah. Poisson. Itu gue udah Belum gua unlock ya? Alah. Poison. Belum gua unlock. Aduh. Belum gua unlock rupanya. Alhamdulillah. Masih banyak harta karun yang bisa diambil ya. Bukan itu home ya. Kita harusin ceritanya aja dulu. Nanti untuk untuk harta karun bisa nanti aja. Di situ. Maksudnya gue tinggal butuh 2 lagi deh. Udah saya coba asal ngambil aja dulu deh. Masa gue butuh 2
Take it
lagi.
easy.
Wow. Sekarang gue mulai dapat apa namanya tema musiknya apa nih? Tema musiknya untuk di konten deh. Mungkin walaupun emang tema kan emang negara justice gitu ya, tapi ya tetap aja sih juga ada sedih-sedihnya lah. Jujur bagus ini, bagus. Ceritanya bagus. Oh, ini kapal, keren sih. Bagus tempatnya, bagus.
What a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
Anchored.
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look
Spina
like
di
a ship,
Rosula
it's
headquarters.
actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
I think I started to get why you like it.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was
Bluffing.
confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now
Sewer.
that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main
Poisson.
base, our home.
Wow, big fish. Oh, sturgeon ya. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oke, mari kita nyebur. Iya, gue lupa ini kontrolnya FCTRL. Malam ya. Iya. Oke. Taruh aja dulu. Kita kalian cerita aja dulu. Mungkin nanti ada sesi di mana lihat-lihat keliling-keliling. Kalau nggak salah ini kan ceritanya kan nanti dibagi 3 kan ya. Finishingnya itu kan nanti kan di chapter lagi di 4.2 kalau nggak salah ada selesai ininya selesai storynya. Pas bannernya si itu keluar si bannernya siapa tuh namanya Hydro Argon ya. Lupa. Tapi gara-gara di cutscene di cerita-cerita awal ngelihat kayak tingkahnya si Hydro Argon, gue jadi nggak mood buat gacha ya, mau gacanya si itu ya. Jadi gue nggak mood buat gacha ini gacha si ini Hydro Argon. Gue malah memilih nyimpan buat itu aja Alecino malah. Sial. Tapi bisa aja sih nanti berubah lagi. Semoga sih bisa ceritanya bisa ngebujuk sih buat biar bisa gacha. Kau ngapain jadi di sini ya? Pembawaannya itu cukup, buat gue sih cukup, bisa jadi cukup ngeselin juga sih, apa pembawaan awal-awal tadi, apa namanya, untuk kita, apa namanya, untuk Hydro Archon ya, bisa jadi agak cukup menyebalkan juga itunya.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners.
Tapi lihat aja nanti lah.
You said before that
Bukan
you
ceritanya
still
bisa,
have some
apa namanya,
business at the
mengubah
court.
pikiran gue,
What brings you back to
pikiran
Poisson
gue
so
untuk tidak
quickly?
mengaca.
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something
Emang
to do
gara-gara
with
sifat
water from
beban
the
nyebelin
primordial
Archon
sea?
bikin
You
net
still
gadget
remember,
turun.
right, Belus?
Banyak yang gitu.
On that night,
Oh,
it
berarti
was
banyak
raining?
berarti ya.
Yes,
Berarti
the
banyak ya.
case was quite similar to that of Mr.
Pembawaannya
Linny's.
itu yang gitu.
Both were what you'd call
Benar sih, apa namanya,
impossible
apa namanya,
murders.
kalau untuk mungkin untuk Archon gitu ya. Mungkin apa namanya yang ngejualnya itu apa dengan
Could you tell us a
apa
bit
dengan
more about what
story yang
happened
mungkin
before?
bagus.
Yeah, of course. Many years ago,
Mungkin next story
something
yakin
called
bakal di
synth
cover
began
apalagi
to gain
si
popularity in
biar
Poisson.
apa marketnya
At a
Archon jalan.
glance, it
Nah,
was a
makanya
kind of
itu
drink that
harus
could
bisa
excite your mood
memberikan
and
nilai
produce
plus
many
lebih gitu
pleasant
loh.
hallucinations.
Biar enggak apa namanya enggak terlalu
That guy who turned
meninggalkan
into
kesan buruk
water
gitu loh
also
untuk
mentioned
Archonnya.
that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Soalnya kesan-kesannya
Yes,
di awal
he
sudah
did.
agak buruk soalnya kesan-kesannya.
Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control
jatuh.
your emotions. And if you were to
Semoga
stop drinking it
semoga
completely,
story berikutnya bagus
you'll
lah.
experience
Semoga.
flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was
Di
compelled to put a
4.1
stop to
bakal
synth abuse
ngebuka
and called for a complete
bakal
ban of
ngebuka
it.
bagian baru
Boss's
dari konten.
uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's
Sabar sih.
wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, the boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning,
Cunning.
so he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly
Jack.
ashamed about his work
Jacques.
after seeing many families
Mungkin Jack
destroyed by
kayaknya.
synth abuse.
Jack.
That
JACK.
night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We
Gunshot.
raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Huh? How did that happen?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene.
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired. You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
The truth.
Jacques was an empathetic man
Jacques.
who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is
Third
probably
person.
the key to the full truth.
Full
On
truth.
that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as you're and your father's butler, I
Musiknya
must
dapat
still
langsung.
offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path.
If that's indeed what he wished for, Then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, Demoiselle, I think you're also ready.
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearance. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, Demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live. And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina di Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the Unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where Synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave.
Then, in that...
Well, you saw one of them.
That's true. But things are different now. It should be a lot...
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into...
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time...
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. One conclusion I came to when I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, the first is Florent, Spina de Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time. There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. The boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around.
So, they're like a sister organization?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina de Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all to think that the enemy we've been...
If you want to investigate...
Of course.
You're too kind. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. If it might help, you could also pay them.
Oh, thank you so much.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Oke. Oke Masku, sepertinya untuk lesson kali ini cukup habisin aja dulu sepertinya. Thank you banget, thank you sudah nonton kali ya. Mungkin nggak tahu sih antara besok atau nggak lusa kita lanjut live stream lagi. Sampai kita lihat aja dulu. Oke, terima kasih sudah menonton. Thank you banget, thank you. Sampai jumpa ya di live stream yang berikutnya ya. Thank you.